Now, before moving on to binary multiplication and division, there are certain terminologies that we should be familiar with. Let's say we have A plus B, and similarly we have A minus B, and then we have A multiplied by B, and then we have A divided by B. Okay, so what are these terms called? Here in A plus B, in addition, we have A as our augend and B as our addend. Here A is the minuend and B is the subtrahend. Here A is the multiplicand and B is the multiplier. Similarly, here A is the dividend and B is the divisor. It is good to know these terms. So, augend, addend, minuend, subtrahend. Let's just look at the names. For addition, we have augend and addend. For subtraction, we have minuend and subtrahend. For multiplication, we have multiplicand and multiplier. And finally, for division, we have dividend and divisor. Now, let's look at the rules for binary multiplication. Binary multiplication. Let's look at the rules for binary multiplication. The rules are pretty simple. 0 into 0 would give you a 0. 0 into 1 would give you a 0. 1 into 0 would give you a 0. And finally, 1 into 1 would give you a 1. So let's take an example. Let's say we have 0 into 0. That would give me 0, right? Okay, that's a very trivial example to say the least. Anyway, let's just extend this. Let's say we have 1 0 1 1 in 0 into 1 0 1. Okay, so let's see how we can multiply these two binary numbers. Now see, in order to perform binary multiplication, there are just two things that you need to keep in mind. If you find a 1 in the multiplier, then simply substitute the multiplicand. If you find a 0, simply substitute zeros. How many zeros? The number of bits present in the multiplicand should be the number of zeros that you should substitute. Okay, so let's see how this works. So I see a 1 in my multiplier, so I'll substitute the entire multiplicand. So that is 1 0 1 1 0. Now I see a 0. Now the next substitution, mind you, the next substitution will be at the next step, and it will be one place to the left. Like after shifting one place to the left, I'll be doing the substitution. So I see a 0. So what will I substitute? I'll substitute zeros in the next step by shifting one place to the left. But how many zeros? These many number of zeros. That is 5 zeros. So I get 0 0 0 0 0. And again I get a 1. So again I'll shift one place to the left and substitute the multiplicand this time. So I get 0 1 1 0 1. And now it's simple binary addition. So what is 0? So you see nothing here, that means it's all zeros, so that will give you a 0. What is 1 plus 0? You get a 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, and again 1 plus 0 will give you 1. 0 plus 0 is 0, and 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, but 1 plus 1 is 0 with a carry of 1. And 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is 1 again, and here you have nothing, that means all zeros. So 0 plus 1 is 1, and this is our final answer. Okay, and binary division doesn't have any rules as such. When we want to perform binary division, we only make use of subtraction and multiplication. Okay, so let's have a look at binary division now.